So this is our next topic, which happens to be Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation. इसको सबसे पहले हम समझेंगे how do we denote this. We denote it by two parameters. Either you can write it as small r, or we generally use a symbol called rho, RHO. और ये क्या करते हैं? Generally you make a p बनाने के बाद इसको हल्का सा ऐसा टिल्ट कर देते हैं. We all must be knowing it as of now. एंड कार्ल पियर्सन्स कोएफिशिएंट को एक और नाम दिया गया है जिसको हम बोलते हैं प्रोडक्ट मोमेंट कोरिलेशन. सो मेक अ नोट ऑफ दिस, प्रोडक्ट मोमेंट कोरिलेशन. वंस अगेन टिपिकल फॉर्मूले याद है, सम कर पाएंगे. फॉर्मूले याद नहीं है, सम नहीं कर पाएंगे. एंड व्हाई एम आई मेकिंग यू अवेयर ऑफ दिस स्मॉल फैक्ट्स दैट इसको आर, रो या प्रोडक्ट मोमेंट कोरिलेशन भी बोलते हैं, बिकॉज इवन सेक्शन सी यू विल बी फेसिंग 5 MCQ questions this year. तुम्हारे स्कूल का जो भी इंटरनल एग्जाम होगा, I'm talking about the ISC board, you will be facing section C में 5 MCQ questions तुम्हें मिलेंगे, और rather you can say 3 MCQ questions and 2 short questions and all carrying 1 mark each. उसमें ये छोटे छोटे डिटेल्स हमें पूछ सकते हैं वो लोग, and that is why कि ये कार्ल पियर्सन को हम प्रोडक्ट मोमेंट कोरिलेशन बोलते हैं. They can ask you a simple question. एक MCQ पैटर्न में इसको फ्रेम कर सकते हैं. Now, once again we have few formulae here. यहाँ पे हम 4 formulae देखेंगे depending on the given parameter or data. This is Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation. Small r is equals to the very first formula, covariance of x and y divided by root over of variance of x multiplied by variance of y. To be specific, we can write covariance of x and y divided by variance को हम sigma से denote करते हैं. So this is sigma x multiplied by sigma y. So that is the first formula. अगर हमारे पास data इस type का हुआ, अगर question में covariance दिया हुआ है और variance दिया हुआ है, तो we can make use of this formula. Formula number 2. R is equals to summation of x minus x bar into y minus y bar whole divided by under root summation x minus x bar का whole square into under root summation of y minus y bar का whole square. तो ये फॉर्मूला हमें कब यूज करना है? जब मीन डेटा हमारे पास होगा, वेर एक्स एंड वाई वी नो एक्स बार मीन्स मीन ऑफ एक्स एंड वाई बार मीन्स मीन ऑफ वाई. एंड वंस अगेन मीन ऑफ एक्स इज समेशन एक्स बाय टोटल नंबर ऑफ ऑब्जर्वेशन एंड मीन वाई मीन्स समेशन ऑफ ऑल वाई पैरामीटर्स डिवाइडेड बाय टोटल नंबर ऑफ ऑब्जर्वेशंस. थर्ड फॉर्मूला, R is equals to summation xy minus 1 upon n summation x summation y whole divided by under root summation x square minus 1 by n summation x का whole square multiplied by under root summation y square minus 1 by n into summation y का whole square. Third formula. Now what is the difference between the second and the third formula? हम समझ सकते हैं, थर्ड फॉर्मूले में we need to find a column जहाँ पे x square होगा. मतलब एक तो कॉलम वो देंगे x, हमें उस कॉलम से एक नया कॉलम बनाना होगा x square. They will provide us with a column y. We need to find a column called y square. तभी ये पैरामीटर समेशन y एंड समेशन y square ये हम निकाल पाएंगे. ठीक है, so इस चीज को हम समझेंगे. When we come across the questions, we'll understand much better. And once again, formula 2 and formula 3 to be used when we have x and y smaller values. जब एक रेंज का मतलब एक सिंगल डिजिट टाइप वैल्यूज है, नॉट टू कॉम्प्लिकेटेड वैल्यूज आर गिवन, then we will make use of the second or the third formula. और अगर हमारे पास वैल्यू कॉम्प्लिकेट कर देते हैं तब हमारे पास कौन सा फॉर्मूला आएगा, दैट इज नंबर 4, which says r is equals to, same thing, just substitute with u and v now, summation uv minus 1 by n summation u summation v whole divided by, same thing like we saw in the first session, under root summation u square minus 1 by n summation u का whole square multiplied by under root summation v square minus 1 by n summation v का whole square. Having noted down this, what is u and v? Same, v is u is x minus a and v is y minus b. And like the previous topic, a and b happens to be the assumed mean in the x observation and y observation respectively. तो इस पर्टिकुलर स्लाइड में हम जो देख पा रहे हैं, दिस इज द कंप्लीट कॉन्सेप्ट वी हैव फॉर द फेलो कार्ल पियर्सन्स कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ कोरिलेशन, जिसको हम स्मॉल r से डिनोट करेंगे और जिसको दूसरा एक नाम भी दिया गया है, दैट इज प्रोडक्ट मोमेंट कोरिलेशन. 4 formulae to be precise. First formula to be used when we have direct values of covariance, everything is given to us. Second and third formula to be used when we have smaller values of x and y. And the fourth formula to be used when the x and y values are complicated and we want to find out the smaller values or simplified values, और उसके बाद ही हम proceed करेंगे question को. That is why we will change the parameter. Given parameter will be x and y. We will change it to u and v, and then we will proceed. Now, having discussed this Karl Pearson's formulae, what is important to understand now is write down some important points about this topic which we are doing now. Short questions के लिए important है. Point number 1, that r square, जो r का वैल्यू हम कैलकुलेट कर रहे हैं, उसको अगर हम स्क्वायर कर देते हैं तो इट इज नोन एज कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ डिटरमिनेशन. They will ask you a question in the exam. Even in today's class also we will come across some questions in your exercise or this thing examples where they will ask you calculate the coefficient of determination. So basically what is the correlation coefficient you are getting, उसी को हम square कर देंगे, we will get the required answer. Or second important point about coefficient of determination only, which is a very important short question. It says that r square value, it is always greater than equals to 0 and will always be less than equals to 1. If by any chance your r square value is coming out to be greater than 1, means definitely you are proceeding in an incorrect manner. So इस बात का हम ध्यान रखेंगे. So these 2 points to be noted, that what is the specific मतलब basically r निकाल करके हम क्या निकाल सकते हैं, और we can go for finding coefficient of determination just by squaring the obtained value, and after having done that we can also cross check whether we have done it in a correct manner or not. R square will always be less than equal to 1, it can never be greater than 1. And maybe one more point we can add here, put a star mark and we can add one more point, that variation between x and y is indicated by r square and not by r. Matlab, the more effective and efficient manner to judge the variation between the two given parameters is basically by coefficient of determination and not by coefficient of correlation. So short questions के लिए very important. The topic which we are learning is coefficient of correlation, और correlation से determination जाने के लिए सिर्फ एक step हमें जाना है कि उसको square कर देना है. But still कि ये determination वाला topic हमारे लिए ज़्यादा profound and efficient है as compared to the previous one. Now, simple questions we can come to. Question number 1 here. Make a quick note. And the question is, Find Karl Pearson's coefficient for the following data. Data is simple, x and y data given to us. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1 is the first column. 4 to 10, 8, 6 is the second column. और अगर हम वैल्यूज को एनालाइज करें तो वी डोंट फाइंड द वैल्यूज टू बी टू कॉम्प्लिकेटेड और टू बिग वैल्यूज. सो प्रोसीड करना हमारे लिए आसान है. हमें सिर्फ एक कॉलम और निकालना है, एक नहीं दो और कॉलम निकालने हैं. टू बी स्पेसिफिक 3 कॉलम और निकालने हैं, बिकॉज फॉर्मूला रिकॉल करेंगे. हाउ डू वी कैलकुलेट द स्मॉल आर वैल्यू. So let the first column be x square, second column be y square, and the third column be xy. Right? Because if we write the formula, our formula more specifically जो हम use करेंगे summation xy minus 1 by n summation x summation y whole divided by, we have two square root terms in the denominator. First one says summation x square minus 1 by n summation x का whole square. इसमें गलती बिल्कुल नहीं होना चाहिए, वरना full question will become wrong. Next we have summation y square minus 1 by n summation y का whole square. Do not miss out the brackets, because bracket only will make you understand what is the difference between these two terms, summation x square and summation x का whole square. Now let us calculate the column x square. 5 square will give you 25, 16, 9, 4 and 1. So basically which column did we evaluate? ये हमारे पास x का column था और इसी column को हमने square किया तो we got x square. Now we'll come to the y column. We'll square them. We will get 4 square is 16, 2 square is 4, 10 square is 100, 8 का square will give us 64 and 6 का square will give us 36. Now having got that, we will now multiply the two columns x and y. इन दोनों column को अगर हम multiply करते हैं, we will get the column, third column, last column, that is xy. 5 into 4, 20. 4 2s are 8, 3 10s are 30, 8 2s are 16, and then 6. Having got all the columns with us, we'll now calculate their summation values. So let us calculate. So on adding the three respective columns, we will get summation x square as 55, summation y square as double to 0, and summation xy as 80. And if we check, we have got all the parameters in the formula except n. So n का value क्या होगा? Number of observations. We can see 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. A total of 5 observation sets they have given to us. So we'll substitute n is equals to 5. Let us substitute the formula. Summation xy will give us 80 minus 1 by 5. Summation x is 55 multiplied by summation y. It is, so sorry, we should have calculated summation x and summation y also, which I forgot. Summation x on calculation will give us 1, 5, 15, and summation y on calculation will give us 30. We'll now substitute. Summation x is 15 multiplied by summation y, that is 30, whole divided by under root summation x square, which is 55, minus 1 by 5 summation x 15 का whole square. One more root we have, summation y square, which is 220 minus 1 by 5, and summation y, that is 30 का square. Substitution part हमारा efficient, effective, correct होना चाहिए. Maybe take another 2-3 minutes in calculation, but don't make any mistake while writing the formula and then going for substitution, because substitution पे ही तुम्हारा final answer dependent है. Calculate and tell me the final answer. So we'll cancel 5 and 15 will give us 3. So 80 minus 90 in the numerator होल डिवाइडेड बाई स्क्वायर रूट के अंदर में वी हैव 15, 5 माइनस 15 इंटू 15 अपॉन 5 multiplied by 220 minus 30 into 30 by 5. This way if you break down and calculate, आंसर बहुत effectively करेक्ट आएगा, और अगर जल्दबाजी करेंगे तो आंसर डेफिनेटली गलत आएगा, जो कि बहुतों का आ रहा है. Now if we cancel out 5 and this will get cancelled, it will give us 3. So 55 minus 70, it will give us root over of 5 is a 15, 15 is a 45. We'll get root 10 here. And next 5 and this will be 6. This will give us root over of 40. So minus 10 multiplied by root over of 400, which will be minus 10 upon 20. Answer is minus 1 by 2, in decimal minus 0.5. So another question from Karl Pearson. Data given to be x and y values. X column 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and y column 14, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24, and 28. और इसमें हम क्या देख पा रहे हैं, दैट द डेटा इज नॉट सिंपल और स्मॉल डेटा. अगर डेटा सिंपल या स्मॉल नहीं है, मतलब क्वेश्चन का क्वेश्चन हमें पूरा का पूरा चेंज करना होगा. दैट इज वी कांट प्रोसीड विथ x and y anymore. We have to change the question into u and v. After having found u and v, we need to find u square. We will find v square, and then we will find product of u and v to substitute in the formula. So first value will be u, which is x minus a. Second will be v, which is y minus b. Next will be u square, v square, and then uv. Now, having noted down this many things, we will now identify what can be the value of a and b. And in this column of x, we can see we have 7 observations. The two middlemost observations we can see directly, 15 and 19. So definitely this will be considered as a and this will be considered as b. That is, u will be x minus 15 and v will be y minus 19. So after having got these two columns, we'll have to multiply the u column and the v column. So on multiplication, we will get 15, 4, 1, 0, 1, 10, and 27. Now, everything needs to be added up. Summation u, minus 3 minus 2 minus 1, 1, 2, 3. So summation u will be 0. 5, 2, 7, 1, 8. We got 8 minus 5, 1, 6, 1, 7. So summation v will give me 7 as the value. Now summation u square. This will be 9, 10, 14, 15, 19, and 19, 28. Summation v square. And this will be 30, 30, and this 20, 55, 56, 57. 137. And finally, summation uv value 58. Now, after having obtained all the values, we will now find the coefficient of correlation using the formula. The last formula happens to be the fourth formula जिसको हमने कहा था, जहाँ पे हम summation uv minus 1 by n summation u summation v put करेंगे. whole divided by under root summation u square minus 1 by n summation u का whole square multiplied by another square root term, which is summation v square minus 1 by n summation v का whole square. Substituting the values, we have 58 minus 1 by 7. Total 7 observations given into 0 multiplied by 7 whole divided by summation u का value 0 है, that will help us in simplifying our calculation, multiplied by summation u square, that is 28 minus 1 by 7 into 0 का square, then under root summation v square, which is 137 minus 1 by 7 into 7 का square. So in the numerator we have 58 only. Denominator में first term will be root 28 and this will be under root 7 gone. 137 minus 7 will give us 130. So this is the only calculation we have to perform. So denominator is 60.33 and on dividing this we will get 0.961 as the final answer. This is the required Karl Pearson's coefficient.